Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're feeling like you're just trying to keep your head above water in this absolute ocean of new AI creative tools, trust me, you are not alone. It's kind of crazy out there. But today, we're going to cut through all that noise. We're going to focus on two very different but super powerful ways that AI can seriously level up your creative game. So let's just dive right in. This is the big question I keep seeing everywhere. Should I be using an AI agent or a foundational AI model? And look, this isn't just some boring tech jargon. Getting this difference is the secret sauce. It's the key to picking the right tool and unlocking the creative power you actually need for your projects. All right, here's our game plan for today. First, we're going to talk about the big problem these tools are actually trying to solve. Then we'll meet our two main players, Loveart, who I'm calling the AI director, and Gemini, the AI powerhouse. We'll put them head to head, and then we'll take a little peek into what the future of AI design looks like. It's going to be good.
Okay, let's get into it. The AI creative space is just exploding. It feels like a new tool drops every single day, and it's so easy to get lost. So we're going to simplify everything. We're going to look at two perfect examples that really show the two different paths things are taking. Loveart and Gemini 3 Pro. They're like two different philosophies on how AI should help us create stuff.
So what's the actual problem we're talking about? You know the drill. If you're trying to put together a marketing campaign, you're jumping all over the place, right? You're in ChatGPT for the copy, then you hop over to Midjourney for the images, then maybe you're using another tool for some video clips, and at the end of it all, you have to manually stitch everything together. It's a mess, and it takes so much time.
And that is where our first contender, Loveart, steps into the ring. You gotta understand, Loveart is way more than just another image generator. It's built from the ground up to be your own personal AI creative director. The whole idea is for one system to manage an entire project, from start to finish, just from one simple instruction.
The fancy term for this kind of system is a design agent. But what does that really mean? Just think of it like an amazing project manager. You give it a big, high-level goal, like, hey, create a whole brand campaign for my new coffee shop. Then, the main agent figures out all the little tasks, designing the logo, creating social media posts, making video ads, and assigns them to a team of little specialist AIs. It's like an orchestra conductor for your creative work.
So who's this for? Well, the people who made Loveart have this phrase I just love. They say it's for the design curious but not design gifted. That's so perfect, right? It's for all the professionals out there who need amazing looking stuff, but let's be real, don't have the time or maybe the skills to master something like Photoshop. The whole point is getting agency quality results, but like way faster.
And check this out. This is how it actually works. They call it the chat canvas. You start by just describing your big idea. The agent then maps out the whole project and gets all its little sub-agents working. But this is the part that will blow your mind. You can literally just talk to the canvas. You can type, hey, make that button a little more blue, or try a more playful font, and it just changes right in front of you. Then when you're happy, you just export the whole package. It's incredible. Okay, let's talk about the money. This magic isn't completely free, of course. Loveart runs on a credit-based subscription. Basically, you pay a monthly fee, and that gets you a big bucket of credits. Every time you generate an image or a video, it uses up some of those credits. The plans go all the way from a free trial to check it out, up to a pro plan for teams and agencies that are going to be using it a lot.
And you know what? It seems like for a lot of people, it's really working. The people who like it seem to really like it. This review from the App Store pretty much hits the nail on the head. They see it as a one-stop shop for marketing and branding that actually gets the job done. But we gotta be fair and look at the whole picture here. It's not all positive. I found some pretty big red flags. There are a bunch of reviews on places like Trustpilot that are talking about really serious problems with billing and pretty much non-existent customer support. People are saying they get locked out of their paid accounts and their emails just go into a black hole. For any professional, that's a huge risk you have to think about.
All right, let's totally switch gears now and talk about our second contender, Gemini 3 Pro. You might have heard of it by its awesome viral code name, Nano Banana. Now, let's be super clear about this. Gemini is not a user-friendly app you can just download. This is the raw, powerful, state-of-the-art engine that's going to be powering the next wave of AI tools.
So Gemini is what's called a foundational multimodal model. I know that's a mouthful, but think of it this way. It's not the car, it's the ridiculously powerful, futuristic engine. It's a massive AI that can understand text, images, video, and even code all at the same time. And developers can take this engine and build all sorts of amazing, specialized cars with it. So what makes this engine so special?
Well, for starters, its context window, that's like its short-term memory, is so huge it can basically watch an entire movie and remember everything. Then there's this thing called pixel-precise pointing, which means it can identify an object in a photo without any special training. And for the developers out there, its natural ability to use other tools and APIs is a total game changer.
And look, this isn't just marketing hype. The numbers are absolutely staggering. Seriously, take a look at this. On visual reasoning tests, it's nearly double its closest competitor. For multimodal reasoning, it's leading the pack. But the result that made my jaw hit the floor is in screen understanding. Just look at this gap. This is a test that sees how well an AI can understand what's on a computer screen. Gemini scores over 72%. The next best is Claude at around 36%. And GPT 5.1, it's way down at 3.5%. This is a massive, massive leap forward. It's what you need to build AI that can actually use software just like a person does. So now we have our two challengers. In one corner, Loveart, the AI art director, and in the other, Gemini, the AI powerhouse. It's time for the showdown. Let's put them side by side and really break down the difference. Okay, here's the absolute simplest way to think about all of this. Loveart is the strategic brain. It's the project manager, the one planning the whole workflow and calling the shots. Gemini, on the other hand, is the raw muscle. It's the incredible brute force power you need to actually execute those plans with stunning quality. So let's really break it down. Loveart's primary goal? To automate an entire creative job for someone who isn't a designer. Gemini's goal? To give a developer the most powerful reasoning engine on the planet. With Loveart, you get a simple conversational canvas. With Gemini, you're accessing it through code. So at the end of the day, they're not even really competing. They're built for completely different people with totally different needs. And that brings us to the grand finale. What does the future look like? After seeing all this, how do you pick what's right for you? And maybe even more interesting, what does this all tell us about where AI design is headed in the next few years? So here's the bottom line, your main takeaways. You should go with an agent like Loveart if you want a guided, all-in-one experience that just takes a task off your plate. You should go with a model like Gemini if you're a developer or a builder who needs that raw, untamed power to create something brand new from scratch. It's really the difference between a finished product and a box of high-tech parts.
But here is the most exciting part of this whole story. The future isn't a choice between an agent or a model. The future is when they come together. We're already seeing agents like Loveart starting to plug in powerful models like Gemini to be their engine. We're putting the muscle inside the brain. And that's going to create something way more powerful than either one could ever be on its own.
And that leaves us with one final question that I want to ask all of you. As these two ideas start to merge, how are you going to bring your next big idea to life? Will you use a friendly agent that handles all the details for you? Or are you going to tap directly into the power of a foundational model to build something that nobody has ever seen before? What do you think? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you liked this explainer, you know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.